Today on In the Woodyard, Tony's here. He brought a tool that I have never had before. You brought your...
I brought it just like the pallet forks. I brought it to your yard.
This is nice. He brought a bundler, and I have stuff to bundle. Let's do some bundling.
Hey, I love it.
So Tony brought his bundle here, and you've used this a little bit already, is that right?
Absolutely. I've done just under a cord.
A cord. So how many bundles did you get?
I want to say I'm at about just under 100.
And
Well,
this is...
maybe a little bit over 100. I didn't count them, unfortunately. I just had so much fun stacking.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
And this is, you bought this because we're going to talk about this on another video.
Yep.
You made your booth, and you've got a little stand set up.
I've got a stand set up. My daughter was pushing me to get a stand by her house, so that's what we did. Hurried up and got that taken care of, and then as you know, you brought this to me, so we got this.
You're officially in business now.
I am officially in business. You know how much fun you have when you're splitting, and same thing with this. It's almost enjoyment. It's therapeutic to use this thing.
Yeah. Like Kenny says, he goes on his tailgate, and in wintertime when it's, or raining or snowing or just a cold day, he'll go get a load of wood, fill his truck, back into the garage, have the tunes cranked, crack a beer, and he'll bundle. And he said
that's exactly what I did when we first got it. I brought the IBC tote inside the pole barn. Mm-hmm. I set it up so that I had that. I was watching TV, but it's just a lot of fun because your mind's working on this. You want to make sure you get the best square blocks that you can, and then shrink wrap them. And then when you put them on the ground, they all stack really good.
Yeah.
So
nice. So this is the bundler that I brought you, that you bought from
the Amish. It's Amish made in Michigan.
Right.
And you'll put the gentleman Paul, you'll put his contact information again.
Paul is the guy you want to get a hold of, and I have sent his phone number to no less than 40 people.
Oh, he's told me he's gotten a lot of calls. And mind you, we are not sponsored by him. We are not making any money. I paid cash for this. So I'm giving you my honest opinion of it. And it will be at the Frenzy. I'm bringing this to the Frenzy as well, just so people can see it.
And then the day after the logging convention here in Oshkosh this fall, I think I might have you bring it. We can have it here for people to look at if you're going to come to that. So we're going to do that too.
Definitely. Yeah.
So let's pull it out and take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay, let's get this thing out of here.
All right.
It's not too heavy. What does it weigh, did you say?
I'd say probably somewhere between 80 and 100.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not that heavy that you can't move it around. So we're gonna set it up on this pallet so we're kind of up in there. So now,
and then use these boards.
Okay, so we want to put that underneath. Is that kind of your plan? Okay, well I'll tip it. Why don't I pick it up and we'll turn it so that the place we're putting the wood into is facing here, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so let's go this way, and I'll just tip it my way, and you can slide your boards under.
Yep.
Okay, so we got it on the pallets. Now, tell me about the wrap that's on here. This is what kind?
Okay, I listened to Joe from Joe's Ohio Wood Burner.
Yep.
And he did his video and telling about this, and the company, I'll have to get you the name of it, and he gets a 10% discount for viewers and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got it, and I got the 90 gauge. He recommended the
cast.
And I got the 90 gauge and cast, and it comes in a 4-pack, and shipping, I don't know, everything was about $68.
For one case or two?
One case of 4.
One case of 4, $68.
Right.
And your guesstimate as to how long a roll will last?
You know what? I don't know. I had a little blue sticker here that I started putting it, and I forgot, so I have no clue. However, I did watch Michelle from SS Firewood. Yep. Michelle says I think she could get 1 full cord out of a roll.
Full cord?
Yes.
So 3-phase cords are...
Yes.
Yep, got it. Well, that's quite a bit. And so that means if you're making 0.75...
Right, that you'll get more out of that.
And if you're doing
one cubic foot.
So 1 cubic foot.
Right.
And Michelle, was she doing 1 or
1?
She's doing 1,
yes.
So you're getting 40-ish?
About that out of a face cord. I'm using IBC totes, and that's not quite, I don't have them mounted, so I have a flush, and I'm getting about 28 to 30 bundles.
Okay, so say 30,
Let's say 30.
and if you got a full cord, you're going to get about 90 then.
Correct.
So
between 90, 90 and probably like 115-ish.
right, and so if you kind of just take rounded numbers, these aren't going to be down to the penny, you
Right.
accountants, bean counter nerds. 20-ish bucks for a roll.
Yes.
Actually less than
It's
that.
less than that, yeah.
So just say,
it's
say 50.
about $17
Okay,
a roll.
let's just say 20.
Okay.
Just to be nice, because it makes it easy. It's an easy number because I'm simple and slow.
You sure
So,
are.
so $20 a roll, and you can get a full cord. So you say 90.
Yeah.
So if we divide the 90 into the $20, let's do
You
some
tell
quick
me,
math.
I don't know.
So 25 cents per
Bundle.
bundle would be about $80.
You know, and
or
I'm
80
sure
bundles.
a number of viewers that
Will figure it
have
out.
figured this out will tell us what they're
Right,
getting.
right. So just say if it's costing you 30 cents ish.
I'm going to guesstimate it's in the high teens to mid 20s on
Per
this, is
roll.
my guess.
Okay. So, and if you're buying the bags and stuffing them, your bags
They're
are
75 cents to $1.
right, right,
somewhere in
right,
there.
Right. So it just depends. And I'm curious, and I think a lot of people are, and there's people that probably do this that would know more than either of us. What sells better? Is it the wrapped ones? Is it the bagged ones?
That's a very good question. I think you can get more wood in a bag than you can in here, because this is 12 by 12,
Right.
which a cubic foot is 10 by 10.
Okay.
So you're actually doing more
If you're at 16 inches.
if
correct?
you're at 16
Right.
inches. Now on this side, I just went ahead and put these two blue marks here.
Yep.
This here is 0.75 if I get it flush
Mm-hmm.
to that blue mark. This one here is 1 cubic foot
Okay.
if I'm doing it. So if I'm going to the top, I'm doing a little bit more, like 1.2 or something
Mm-hmm.
cubic. But I figure initially I'll give a little bit more and see
Right.
what happens.
Well, I've seen guys that have done both, and I've heard both sides. Some guys say, "Oh, wrapping's better." Other guys say, "No, bags are better." And I think it's just a personal preference.
I will say the bags make a good presentation, whether they're the yellow ones or the red ones. If you have them stacked up, they look good. Great marketing because they pop really good.
Right.
You can't tell the perspiration or the
Well, it's
wetness.
constantly drying, yeah.
Yeah, it's constantly drying in there, so you don't see that. Whereas these, if you do it, you can see
Condensation.
wetness, the condensation on
Right.
the inside. Now, I tested it and I put a tarp over mine after I did 28 or whatever. And we had rain, we had humidity and everything. And I took the tarp off, no issues, no problems with condensation on it.
Interesting. There's a
Yeah.
guy in northern Wisconsin that sells to a lot of campgrounds. They say he has contracts with campgrounds. He has red, white, and blue bags.
Wow.
So they're cool, and he has them all mixed, and they're nice looking. It's some of the nicest presentation I've seen.
Huh.
So there's that. Okay, well, let's do some wrapping.
All right. Chris, one of the things that it seems like just a little thing, but this silly little handle here.
Spinny handle.
The spinny handle. All the other ones that I see that are manufactured like this have this bar that comes up here. It goes 90 degrees and then 90 degrees here. And you've got a metal bar that you're holding the whole
So it's
time.
just spinning in your hand,
It's
but not
spinning, causing calluses and everything else. And you know, we like soft hands. So with this, it just basically, it turns.
right. Yeah, it just works well.
It just works well, yeah.
I see this is adjustable here.
It is if you need to.
You can move it and
But
tighten
you
up.
see, that's where the difference between a chain drive and a belt drive. Nothing wrong with a belt drive. You can have a pulley system in there. But this might be sitting in the wood yard. Weather gets on it. The belts sometimes get glazed on the inside. So you might have some slippage. Yes, you can tighten it up. Over time, you may have to replace a belt. They're not expensive, $10, $15. But it's just one more thing. Metal is not going to stretch out.
Right, I see there's Zerk fittings here,
Here,
back
and
in the
there.
gear. Yep.
Yeah. So you have all greasable points, very easy. And as we said, it works fine.
Right, I just might have to get one of these.
Hey.
So I just mentioned to Tony that I had a guy make a comment on the channel about that this is about a $700 purchase.
Correct.
And I had a guy, a lot of people have ordered them, dozens by the way.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And you can spend real fast $2,000 to $3,000 on a bundler. It's not hard. And I had a guy make a comment that saw this, that is either a welder or a guy that just thinks stuff just magically appears. And he said, $700, you got ripped off. Well, I'm thinking $700 is awfully cheap, because when I was looking at bundlers, it was like $1,100, $1,200 like for the lowest price
Correct.
ones.
And then you go up to the electric ones, which are close to 3,000, anywhere
Right.
from 2,300 to 3,000.
Right, so like you were just saying, tell me about the parts.
Well, once again, it isn't, there's no problem getting tubing. You can order that and you can make it out of angle iron. You can do a lot of things if you're handy and you can weld this thing. But it's all these other parts, whether you use a belt or a gear-driven or a chain-driven one. Now, if you take a look, it's all these parts that make a difference. These things that hold this together.
Right.
Yes, having a tool background, I could take this and make this on with a router that it would fit inside the tube. So that's no
Right.
problem. The spring, no problem. The bolt here, you know, the threaded bolt. Yes,
Right.
you could use all thread and do something like that.
And then
But it's the pillow bearings.
Pillow
Those are
bearings,
easy to get. Well, yeah, $800 sounds like
the
a lot
crank,
of money.
the wheels,
Well, I pointed
and then
out,
to have it be the right size and that it works so well.
correct.
Yeah.
Once again, to be able to balance it, it's huge. I got to give credit to the guy. One of the viewers, B&F Firewood, he made one, and it's very nice, and he only has like $175 into it, I think he said. But it's still,
But how many hours does he have into it to get it right?
Exactly, thinking about it and everything. I want to be able to do it.
Right,
I want to be
right.
able to do. I want to be able to do it. Fortunately, now I can do it. I can afford to buy this and do
Right,
it.
right. I have found over time, whenever I try to save money, it usually ends up costing me money.
Yes, you are right.
Because of the time you have to put into it, the mistakes you're going to make. It's like, I have a friend who's a dentist, and he said, you could do your own dental work if you want. But he said, I did go to school, and I can get you in and out of here in a half an hour, and you're going to look a lot better, you're going to feel a lot better, or you can take a drill to your mouth if you want.
Yeah.
So that's taking it to the extreme. So I have found, spend a little bit of money, get it done right.
Absolutely. I agree.
Now this is going to be a little different than what Tony has done already with his bundling, because I have all this kindling that I've been accumulating, I've been throwing here. And I usually, when I go to my customers, just fill a 5-gallon bucket and just dump it and say, here you go, here's some kindling for free. But seeing as Tony brought his bundler and has this, we're going to bundle some wood, so I have a bunch of these ready to go, so I can just grab 1 or 2 for my good customers, people that buy in bigger quantities, and I'm just going to give it away. I'm not looking to make a lot of money doing this, because I don't want to have to produce this and sell it a lot. I'm going to have this be as a spiff item, as people would call it, a free item for my customers. So,
well, for your good customers too, you'll get a little bit more.
yep, so there it is. So now tell me, in your vast experience
Oh my gosh.
with being a professional bundler, what's the most important part of this, besides having the good piece of equipment to work with?
Well, I'll tell you, what I found is staging is number one. If you want to cut your time down tremendously, have your wood staged. What I do is I have this sitting here. I have my IBC tote right next to me with the cutout right here, as close as I can get it.
Yep.
And then the other thing that I do is, like you said, if you had a dump trailer full of it, I'd have the dump trailer backed up as close
Right
as I
to it.
can, tipped up, so that all I'm doing is picking it up and putting it inside.
And that's what's nice about having this be fairly mobile. You can
Yes.
take it to the wood if you have to.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I did too, is I showed in another video that I'm producing, I showed how I could walk from here less than 2 steps right inside here.
Right.
So you're saving time.
And then your next thing is discharge. Where are you going to go with it once it's bundled?
Well, that's it. And I have a pallet right next to me here, so that I take it out of here and stack it on my pallet. And the big thing about stacking it on the pallet is I was stacking it on the ground, then having to come in with a pallet afterwards and stack it. Well, this way I've noticed that if I stack 3 this way and 2 that way, you know, you figure out how big your pallets are, and then you
Right.
stack accordingly.
So it's going to take longer because kindling's much more handling.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yep.
The amount of time this takes is. I can just show a couple short clips of this. And if anybody wants to know as we go here, this is every kind of wood that I've produced. There's going to be ash, there's going to be oak, there's going to be cherry, there's going to be maple, there's going to be yeah, I said maple. Hickory. There could be locust. I mean, there could be anything in here. The nice thing about the kindling is you can. Oh yeah, you might want. I can get you some gloves. You can pack it in there pretty nicely.
There. This is going to be a 1.75.
Okay.
So I may have to reset the tension here, but we'll see. Nope. Tell me that isn't as fast as an electric.
I think that's fast. Plus you're
your bundle.
You're getting a little exercise. No, just wiggle it around, kind of bounce it and see. Yeah. It wow, just like a Harlem Globetrotter.
Exactly.
There. Drop it down on the ground once, what happens? Pick it up and do that again. I'm going to see if it stays together tight or if it resettles. Yep, works great. Nice. That'll work. I will take 200, sir.
Okay. When you have your pallet, you can go ahead and crisscross them and find out how many you can put on a pallet. And that's why making them as square as possible is the best thing.
Right, and then the thing we just did is we just moved in pallets right over here because this is where my kindling has been put for now. It's been throwing it on these pallets to keep it off the ground, but I'm actually going to stack it right here so that I can then cover it. So I don't want to have to move it again.
Yep, that makes sense. And then you can cover it and forget about it until you need it.
In my experience, the hardest, I don't want to say difficult, the most important and hard thing to deal with is logistics.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
With firewood, because it's big.
With anything.
Yeah, but this is big, heavy, bulky,
yes,
immovable objects. You got to think, okay, where am I putting it now? Where's it going to end up?
Well, it's almost like what our engineers did. They reverse engineer something. Find out what works best and then work backwards to it.
Right, or figure out your system as you go to the point where try it. If it doesn't work, fix it.
Change it.
So it's kind of like I am with almost everything I do. A lot of people try to, like people that I know that I'm very close to, I'm married to one of them. She wants her ducks in a row at all times.
Yep, that can't happen.
Perfection is the enemy of accomplishment.
Yes.
I shoot, and then I re-aim, and then I shoot again, then I re-aim, then I shoot again. I keep zeroing in on the target, just like a sniper would do. You do your test shot, okay, we're shooting high and to the right. Bring it down.
You adjust.
You adjust.
Yep.
You do good work.
Absolutely. For a piece of gum and some water, I'm your man.
And these pieces are all random. There's some long ones, short ones. There's nothing.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing in particular here that you're going to have perfect pieces, but
I will tell you, they're great sliver producers.
oh yeah, you got to wear gloves for kindling.
Oh yeah.
Oak to me is the worst. I think I get the most slivers from oak. Red oak.
I will tell you that cedar for me.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So did you like that batch of cedar that I brought? You cut that up and did that? You like that?
So nice.
Yeah, that's great kindling, isn't it?
Okay, that's it.
We're good? That's all you want?
Yep, well that's a 0.75 right
Well,
there.
I don't worry about being accurate, just whatever.
Well, that's it.
It's bundles I'm going to give away. Maybe I'll sell them, I don't know, who knows. It's possible it'll happen. So how many wraps are you doing?
I'm doing 4.
Is that what you're supposed to do? Is that what other people do, or
that's
don't you
what
know?
other people said. Now, maybe we can get away with less on these. Now you see this one here? The
Yep.
small one.
Oh,
It
sure.
wasn't, but
Yeah, but it's still tight.
it's still tight.
Yeah.
But
It's better than what I have been doing. So I can see already the flaw in our system here is we're having to reach around backwards and bend over, and I like your idea of just using the dump trailer. See the
Yeah.
short ones there fell right through?
yeah, we'll have to put those in the
Yeah, in the middle.
middle.
Well, I'm gonna have to buy some of this. This looks like good wood.
Yeah. I know you can probably get a discount.
I know a guy. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely takes longer than just putting in 7 or 8 pieces.
Well, you've heard of 2 men in a truck.
Yep.
This is 2 men in a bundle.
Yeah. I think,
right.
think for your stand, you'll have to take a bunch of these with you today. Sell them.
Well, yeah.
Figure out something. Oh.
Oh, it's my glove. I can't get a good grip on it.
Oh, I see.
Whoops. Let's try 3
So
reps.
if you had a glove that was one of those like mechanics gloves that
Yes,
are
that
rubberized
might-
would be better.
Yep.
I might-
think that would work unless it also pokes through.
Nope, I'll go get you one.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just take this off. For now, it's good.
Okay. Because I've got some gloves like that.
Pretty quickly. Now you see when you have bundle grade wood, how nice that can come out.
Well, this is not bundle grade.
No,
This is-
but when
this
you
is
do
messy.
get bundle grade wood,
Yeah.
it's much easier. Couple more. All right.
Oh, I see a problem there. Yeah.
Well, let's see if it'll hold it.
Oh. Holy
Guess what? It
smokes!
didn't work. Oh.
It's sticking. Is it because it's getting hot, maybe?
No. The bundle twisted. Now.
Very good. There
Yep.
you go.
No, that's a good one to show.
Okay. Because stuff happens.
Absolutely. I see that's a round one.
Yep, that's okay. So I can see you'd want to put your longer ones on the bottom.
Longer on the bottom.
Yeah, this is putsy stuff. This is my first impression of when I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do this. I was just tying them with a string. Like this is way too slow.
Way too time consuming.
Yeah, this right here is too. I can see where this is something you'd want to do when you got nothing better to do than cut your wrists.
And that's in the summertime or in the winter when it's bad, you put it inside the garage.
It's like there's a comedian I like. His name is Jim Gaffigan,
Oh yeah, I've listened.
and he talks about bowling. He says, you know, bowling is just an excuse to go drinking or something like that. And he says, well, it's like you got nothing to do, and somebody says to you, "Would you like to go bowling?" He says, "Or we could just hang ourselves."
Yeah.
Well, you can see it tightening up as you go.
Yes. Well, that's the nice thing.
compresses
Yeah, it does compress it real nicely.
Yeah.
Now we don't need the knife, but it's convenient. You
So
can
some
usually
people just poke their hand
Yeah.
in. Yeah. Here, we got some bundles done. That's kind of nice. We did.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It's nice doing some bundles. I like these. I definitely can see I may have a need for buying a bundler.
Now you see why I wanted a bundler.
Or having someone supply me with a bundler that
really?
I can show off. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That works really good. And makes nice looking products. I'm going to be able to have these to give to my customers as spiff.
Talk about a
items.
value add just to the customer to show appreciation.
Absolutely. And I'm like I said before, I'll probably just give a bundle away to everybody that buys like a full cord from me, and tell them it's your. If you buy a full, I might even use it in my advertising.
Are employees exempt?
You can have some bundles.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to supply. He's got a new booth. You got to supply.
That's
so
right.
We'll take some of these and put them in your booth. And,
No, I don't need it.
No, take them. Yeah, that's awesome.
I got my own stuff.
But yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm going to definitely think about doing more of this and bundling a bunch of them and having it for my customers. The process definitely is something that needs to be refined and have
Absolutely.
it set up ahead of time. We did okay, but like you were saying, have your dump trailer or have your pile or your basket right
Close.
next to where you're going,
Yep.
so you don't have to take any steps. Just grab it, put it, like the wood guy does, like his
That's
mom.
it.
His mom does a lot of their bundling.
They do a really good job.
Yeah.
She has
Yep.
the system down and everything else.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. That worked really good. Awesome. I got to make some bundles, I think.
Absolutely.
Well, that's it for today, folks. You know what to do. Poke some buttons, hit them all, hit the like, subscribe, share. Tomorrow, I'll be back in the wood yard doing more work. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. And if you're bored, I have 700 other videos on my channel you can go watch. Tomorrow morning, I'll be back at 5:30 a.m. with another video just for you.
Good night, Irene.